Welcome back to Sensitively Flourishing. It's your host, Yasmin. Sensitively Flourishing was created as a safe space for all sensitive individuals to discuss life and its lessons through our perspective. Girl, who told you you couldn't be sensitive and flourish? Come stay a while to learn to embrace our sensitivity together. Welcome back to Sensitively Flourishing. It's your host, Yasmin. Hi, lovelies. Welcome back to this week's episode. This week's topic is pace yourself. We're going to learn different tips and tools and my perspective on pacing yourself throughout life. We will have 3 affirmations, and as always, we will end with the gratitude circle. So let's get into it. Thanks for tuning into this segment, Rambling with Yasmin. Rambling with Yasmin is a segment where we discuss this week's topic, I give my perspective, and we just rambled on a little bit about this week's topic. Welcome to Sensitively Flourishing, loves. It is your host, Yasmin. Hi. Welcome back. Are you guys excited to be back? Are you guys excited for a new episode? Well, as in the intro, I stated that this week's episode is called Pace Yourself. So that is the topic today for Rambling with Yasmin. So we're going to jump right on into it and get started. So, hold on. First things first, we got to make sure we got all our things we need. Are you in comfy clothes, girl? You see, I got my little sexy robe on today. I wanted to be cute. I did my makeup. I really wanted to be just, I don't know, girl. I've been really feeling myself lately. So, and it was your girl birthday this week. So, I just been in my bag lately, feeling myself, so much confidence, steady growing. So I feel so amazing. But I have on my comfy, sexy little clothes, my night clothes. And today, y'all, we don't have line, baby. Mama overdid it for the birthday. So, we got tea. We just, had to get back, realign, get regrouped, get our stuff back together, get focused. Because, baby, we know sometimes birthdays can throw us off. But I am so grateful for a new year, another trip around this planet. So I'm ready to get into it and talk with you guys today. So let's get started. Ooh, it's hot. All right, pace yourself. Slow down and let's go at our own pace. Well, basically, that is what we're talking about today. Is just finding your own pace and going with the flow of that pace. I think we live in such a fast growing and moving society that a lot of the times we don't have a chance to sit down, have a break, or even breathe for the most part. So, when I'm saying to pace yourself, is find your own speed, not according to anybody else. Just find your own speed that is according to you. So first things first is, I looked up the Google definition of pace yourself. It says a steady speed without becoming tired. So that is what we want. We want to be able to work towards something at a steady speed and don't get tired where we have to get to the point where we're going to want to give up, or we want to procrastinate, or we just don't feel like doing it because it's just so much to do certain things because you just feel overwhelmed, you overthink it, and now you don't thought yourself out of not doing it when you don't have to move at such a fast pace, or you don't have to compare your pace to anybody else's. Like, your pace might not be the same as my pace. I'm a little slower than others, because just to be honest, I don't like change. So when it comes to change and doing things a little differently, I'm one of those people that struggle. I have to do it constantly and constantly and constantly until it just catch on. That's just something I have to keep reintroducing myself to in order for me to get to that point. So, we all want to find our own speed, get that steady speed. So then, baby, you don't get tired. I don't want you to get tired before you get to the goal. I want you to keep going. I don't want you to feel like you want to give up. So, as I just stated, your pace is your own pace. Nobody can tell you what your pace is. People can really guide you to figure out how to find your own pace, but nobody can tell you what your pace is, because you are the only one that's living in this body. You're the only one that know your thoughts. You're the only one that know how long different things take for you to do, or how different situations you might need more time than others. So figure out your own pace. Once you figure out your own pace, it becomes a little easier, because now you have a picture of what your pace is, and you're able to create something to go along to help you get on that pace. And then once you get to that pace of your own personal pace, you'll be able to flow with life a little bit more instead of just crashing, So, pace yourself. You just gotta pace yourself. The example I had for us today was it's like a race. You're in a race. Everybody's at the starting line. And as soon as they throw the flag or shoot the gun or whatever they do for the race to start, you instantly start sprinting, and you sprinting. But now you don't got to the halfway point and you have sprinted the whole first half. Now you're tired. Now you're exhausted. Now you don't think you can make it to the end of the race, when you could have paced yourself in the beginning throughout the whole race and be able to finish the race without being tired, without being burnt out, without being overwhelmed. So you just have to find your pace, find your balance. It's all about a balance between rest and action. Rest and action. It's the balance between the two. So you have to find your own balance in between those two, so then you're not tiring yourself out. So just always be patient with yourself. Give yourself plenty of grace. I'm telling you, none of this self-care, self-love, self-confidence, and self-improvement works without having grace with yourself. Because if you're hard on yourself, you're not showing yourself any love. You're not showing yourself any type of gratitude or grace for the progress that you are making. So have much grace with yourself while you're doing this. You might not get your pace in the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, how many ever tries you try to get it, but just constantly keep working at it. And whatever you're going through and whatever you're working towards, just stay consistent. Don't worry about if you're doing it right. That was one of my biggest things. It's like, oh my God, am I doing this right? Am I doing this right? Am I on the right path? I kept second guessing myself instead of just doing it, and just understanding that mistakes come. And I made this story on my Snapchat last week. It was like, I can't give up for nothing in the world. I can't give up. Even when I want to, I can't give up. I have to keep going. And that even if I fail, I'm going to keep failing until I fail forward. I'm going to fail forward. It's going to work eventually, but we're going to just keep trying, stay consistent, and stick to the plan. Even if the plan has to be navigated and rerouted, we still sticking to the same plan. We still want the same outcome. So just always remember that you have to find a balance in between action and rest. You have to have both in order for you to function. So you have to keep that in mind. Once you find your pace, it can be used as your strength. So now you know how to tell people how you work. You know how to orchestrate your life a little bit more different once you pace yourself, instead of just being in such this rush where you're forgetting things or things are slipping your mind because you're constantly on this fast pace. Pacing yourself, you're working with yourself and not against yourself. once you get to that point where you find your pace, you feel stronger. It's less of a burden. It's less of a hassle to do certain things. Once again, I'm going to keep reiterating this, is that your pace is your own pace. Nobody can tell you your pace. You have to look within and find your own pace. You have to get to know yourself in order to find your pace. Everybody's pace is different. Me and you are not going to have the same pace. I can give you inspiration, tools and tips and things of what I did to get to my pace, but I can't tell you what your pace is, and you can't tell me what my pace is. So always remember that it's according to you. It is fit for you. And not saying that we're totally different, because I do think humans as a whole, we have so many similarities, but nobody can never be you. That's what makes each one of us unique. Nobody can never be you, babe. Like, you are you. You do something that nobody in the world does, because that is what makes you you. So always use those things that make you different as your like strength. Like, okay, girl, I'm the only one who can do this. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Or I can do it the way I do it. It's just boost yourself up. Love yourself. This whole self-care thing is about boosting your self-esteem, boosting your confidence, for you to accomplish the goals that you have set for yourself. Know that anything is possible. Nothing in life is a coincidence. And we just keep striving to flourish in life in all aspects. So, you just have to keep going. You have to trust yourself. You have to love yourself. You have to believe in yourself. And you have to work with yourself instead of working against yourself. Find out all the things that you like, that you don't like. Find out all the things that maybe you lack here, but you're stronger here. And once you find those different things out about yourself, life is not so confusing anymore, because when you're in certain stages and you're confused and life seems so hard, but I think we're fighting against ourselves most of the time, and we're not flowing with ourselves. That's why it's so hard, because we're constantly fighting against ourselves instead of flowing. So just always go within, check in with yourself, evaluate yourself, self-awareness. You have to look at you, accept you for everything that you are, good and bad, and then learn how to embrace the bad and make it into a strength, and how to constantly keep your strengths. So, keep going. I don't want you babes to burn out, because we got these goals to chase. So nobody needs to be burning out. We need to be including healthy tools and stuff to help us keep going, to help us redirect negativity, to just constantly keep pushing forward, but learning ourselves, learning our strengths, learning our weaknesses, and learning how to use those to our advantage. Once you learn to pace yourself, it helps boost your confidence, because you're certain that, okay, I have enough time, because you have made you a schedule, or you learned your pace and know, okay, it takes me this amount of time to do certain things. It takes this amount of time to do certain things. So I'm going to do these things first, or I'm going to do these things last. You have it all set up according to you, but it helps to build your confidence, your self-motivation. It helps you increase endurance. And girl, I love the word endurance. I'm trying to keep going and going and going, So just ask yourself, what exactly is your pace? Just sit with that question, meditate with that question. And, I say journal whatever comes to mind. You will find that answer. I know everyone's saying like all the answers are within, but, we are very, very smart individuals, and I think that if we just sat down for a minute in stillness, that we will get those answers that we need, or we'll get some type of direction that our higher power will, instill in us, that we can be able to move forward or find us a way to do something different than what we have been doing. Okay. Well, lovelies, that is all I have for Rambling with Yasmin today. Stay tuned for the tips and toolkits. Tips and toolkits, where we provide tips and tools to our listeners to incorporate into their daily lives so they can flourish in life. Welcome back to the Tips and Toolkits, where we provide various tips and tools and resources for you guys. So let's get into the tips today. Let me give me a little tea, y'all. All right. So the first tip I have is to find your pace individually. And when I say individually, I mean like personally, like go within, journal, meditate, pray, whatever you do to find your guidance, find your pace for yourself. Like with your kids out of the picture, with your work out of the picture, with all the external things, put those to the side and just focus on your pace in your own individuality. Find that pace. Once you find that pace, you know your base. This is what I can do and this is what I can't do. Then you're going to go in and create you a schedule with those external factors. We're going to create a schedule with those external factors, bringing them in, but forming them around the pace that we have came up with for our individual selves. So then be sure to be realistic when you're making schedules. Take certain things that may pop up throughout your week. I know we all have small different things that we know pop up out of the blue, but pay attention to those certain things. Maybe on certain days you need to add a little extra or give yourself a few extra minutes here because okay, this day traffic is worse than any other day of the week. So you just have to pay attention to those external factors to create a logical and realistic schedule for yourself according to your own pace. And then you start and you find those pace for your different activities. So if it takes you 30-45 minutes to take your kids to school in the morning, so you have to block off an hour. Give you that extra 15 minutes just in case traffic is coming, just in case it's bagged up. Or, give yourself that hour. Like, be realistic. It takes you 30 minutes at the minimum. Max 45 minutes. We're going to give you 15 minutes travel time. Now you have that hour set in the morning to take your kids to school. You have the same hour in the afternoon. So you have to be realistic. Find out the pace for your different activities of your life. And then that's when you come up with this schedule where you're merging your individuality pace and your pace for certain activities that go on in your life. Then you bring them together and merge them and have a balance. So now what you have to do goes with your own pace. So then you're not getting overwhelmed. You're not getting overworked, burnt out. You're not overthinking it. Your anxiety is not through the roof. So just be realistic and just take the time. It might not come to you in a week. It might not come to you tomorrow, but you have to just take some time, constantly meditate on it, constantly think, write about it till you come up with a set in stone understanding of what your pace is and how you can incorporate your external things into that pace while also creating a realistic schedule. Next, we're going to break down our bigger goals into smaller goals. I know I talk about goals a lot, probably haven't in the past couple weeks, but I know for sure I'm very big on goals. Goals, especially big goals. And I say this from my personal experiences, is when I set this big goal, it's frightening because it is so big. At that point, it looks impossible to achieve. So what I started doing was breaking my big goals down into medium or small goals. So then it doesn't frighten me and it's like, oh, okay, this is a little goal. I can take care of this. Oh, set up my postings for the month. That's a goal. You breaking all of this down where your marketing can get done or whatever you have going on, all those things can get done. So just keep that in mind that, break down those big goals into smaller goals, have you some daily goals, have you some weekly goals, have you some monthly goals. And then you can constantly, every 6 months goal, and then your yearly goal, and then your 5-year goal. So you can just break those down and have those little tasks leading up to the bigger task. So then it's not so much on the mind of thinking of how we're going to achieve this at once. It gives you that, oh, okay, I can do this. It gives you that confidence because they're broke down into smaller goals that you know you can achieve. So remember, break those goals down, then delegate tasks. Start going through your different tasks and weed out what is bullshit and what is not. Just basically the obvious, like what needs to stay and what needs to go. Pay attention to different things you do that take up time, or pay attention to things that maybe you can get someone else to help you do to kind of lighten that load for you. So delegate tasks is the next tip. The next one is take breaks. That's the thing. Balance. Rest. Action. Do some work. Take you a nap. Do some work. Take you a nap. Do some work. Take you a nap. It has to be some type of balance. It doesn't have to be a nap, but take you a little 5-minute breather. Go do you some deep breaths. Get in tune with yourself, and bring you back into that present moment. They flows right in with the next one is check in with yourself physically, mentally, emotionally. Constantly check in with yourself, making sure that you're okay. As I always state, this is self-care, self-love, self-development. So the main thing is focusing on yourself, making sure you're fine, making sure you're good, making sure that you're functioning properly and that all your needs are being met. If no external, none of that you make sure you're fine in your situations. And last but not least, when you come up with these schedules and these different things, we're constantly changing, we're constantly evolving. So if you have to reevaluate your schedules, reevaluate your pace, and adjust as needed. We're constantly changing. So I'm big on reevaluating and changing because I might not be in the same my perspective I was last week about a certain situation. So now I need to change it to my perspective now. So you have to just evaluate and adjust when it's needed. But thank you, love, so much for tuning in to the Tips and Toolkit. Stay tuned for the affirmation booth. Welcome to the affirmation booth, where we provide affirmations to help you have a positive self-talk with yourself, helps to lower your anxiety, increase your feelings of self-control. It helps you to recognize and process deep emotions while also making you less judgmental of yourself. Hi, lovelies. Welcome to the affirmation booth. Are you guys ready? I'm so excited. You guys know I love to shake my little basket and get you guys 3 affirmations to help you out through the week. So let's get started. All right. The affirmation basket. Ooh, we got something that got a straight one that's been open. We're going to put that to the side. But we're going to shake up the basket. Shake, 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 shake. I'm just dropping them everywhere, but that's okay. All right, so we're going to stick our hand in and get our first affirmation. Let's see. So the first affirmation is love yourself enough to live a healthy lifestyle. Love yourself enough to live a healthy lifestyle. Love yourself enough to live a healthy lifestyle. All right, that's the first one. That was good. Love yourself enough to live a healthy lifestyle. And pacing yourself comes with living a healthy lifestyle. I'm so country. I just healthy. Just country. All right, so I got the next affirmation. I deserve a peaceful and loving life. I know that's real. I deserve a peaceful and loving life. I deserve a peaceful and loving life. All right, that's number 2, our last one. Let me just fumble through here a little bit. Let's see. All right. Okay. Ooh, I like this. My thoughts are calming down. My thoughts are calming down. My thoughts are calming down. That's right. We want to calm our thoughts. We want to live a peaceful and loving life. And what was the first one? And love yourself enough to live a healthy life. Those are our 3 affirmations for the week. I hope they help us so much throughout the week. I hope you resonate with all 3 or take the ones that resonates with you. Thank you for tuning in to the Affirmation Bowl. Stay tuned for Gratitude Circle. Gratitude Circle, where we will take a few minutes to show gratitude to the Most High. Showing our appreciation help us to flourish in life. Hi, lovelies. Welcome to the Gratitude Circle, where we just show a little appreciation and show some gratitude to the Most High, to ourselves, to help us improve our confidence, to value ourselves, to, girl, just make you feel like, yes, girl, you're doing what you're supposed to do. Well, let's get into it. Don't want to keep you too long. Just got to throw in a few seconds of Gratitude Circle. So first things first, I am forever grateful to come and record and give you guys some of this good inspiration from your favorite country girl. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm very, very grateful for all the support, all the listeners. Thank you guys so much. I love you. I'm grateful for another trip around the planet. Happy birthday to your girl. Happy birthday to me. So I'm grateful for another year. I'm ready for more goals, ready to achieve more, ready to grow more, ready to heal more. I'm just grateful for all the growth that I have accomplished over the past 2 years. I am very, very grateful for that. And I'm just grateful for the people who genuinely love me. Like, I don't know, lately I just really been big on just like, I fucks with who fucks with me. And I love those people who really fuck with me genuinely. Like, they really, 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 really fuck with me for just who I am and not who their perception of me. And so I really love that. So I've been very, very grateful for that lately. Those are the I can't count today. Those are the 3 main things that I am grateful for this week. As always, ladies, you guys can leave us a message on any social media platform. You can always leave us a voice message at the link below. You can comment up under this video on YouTube, or you can email us at our email in the description on all social media sites, or you can message us at our website at Anniecea, ANNICEAAFD.net. Thank you, loves. Have an amazing night. All right, lovelies, we have came to the end of Sensitively Flourishing episode 18. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode about pacing yourself. Remember, be realistic. Remember, your pace is your pace. Nobody can tell you your pace. That's something you have to find out for yourself. Be realistic when you're making a schedule. Also, remember your affirmations, and remember to always show gratitude. Thank you guys so much for listening. Don't forget, follow us on Facebook at Sensitively Flourishing, Instagram at Sensitively Flourishing Podcast, on Twitter and TikTok at SF Podcast AFD. And you can also follow us Well, you can also visit our website at Annicea, ANNICEAAFD.net, where you can see all of our episodes, get updates about how to book an interview with us. Look forward to working with all you many wonderful people. We have interview sessions where you can come and we can just talk about self-care, or you can come here and promote your business. Take a look and click on the link in the bio. Have a great night. Bye, lovelies. Enjoy your week.